Hello. I thought I'd come on a little early because I can't wait. Just really can't wait. Um, wow, you guys can really see the lizard today. That's Ink. He's a bearded dragon. He's this guy right here. Hello, hello. Richie, you're at the beginning of a transition in your life. Those times can be those guys that a lot of things. It can be just thinking about how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Sometimes it's not pretty. Oh, and it's rainy, Annie Bear. Oh, I love that smell. Hi, Nivra. Nivra. Hi, Ellen and Brenda. Welcome. Welcome, Flowing. Hello. Hello, Music RN Diana. Oh, gosh, I love it when you ask questions, Annie. Oh, hey, Jay. Welcome. You guys can go ahead and post questions now. If you could do it in all capitals so I don't miss it. Hi, Bernie girl. And if you don't know what question, you can just ask, can I have a reading? And then we can figure it out later. Richie, yes, you can't push the river, so it's best to just go with the flow and let the water take you where it wants to take you. Yes. Okay, Nivra. I believe it's Nivra. Now, I thought I set an alarm and it didn't go off, so just want to make sure there's not one going to go off. Okay, we're good. Okay. No shoulder blade issues. Whoa. Good to hear. Hey, Rossi. Hey, Phelan. Blessings. Yes, Rossi. Yes. Oh, I love a good house cleaning, Brenda. Oh, there you are. I got you. I got you, Diana. Flowing. I got you. Okay, I'm going to go nice and slow because last time I missed light worker. I skipped right over them. So I've got Annie. Hello, Sue. I've got Annie and I've got Flowing, Music RN, Brenda, Rossi, Debbie. Hi, Gina. Hey, Lori. Okay, not missing anybody. Yes, I've got Bernie Girl. And going slowly. Naira. Holy moly, Ellen. All right, we'll check in with that. And if Lightworker happens to be here, just let me know. And I'm sorry that I missed you last time. I do love how things line up. And today I just love all my sessions because of how different they are in the places that I get to go. And today, oh my gosh, today was so fun. And there was one client, and it was perfect that there was one client. You know what I mean? It just worked out so well for both of us and our whole team. And, I won't go into it because it's private, but gosh, I just love this work. So interesting. My chickens. I'm not sure about that. I haven't checked in with the chickens since I came back from Colorado, but the dogs are extra cuddly, and the cat still. Yeah, I have a picture of him. Let's see if I can do this. Mozzie. Mozzie only has eyes for my daughter. Let me see. So funny. You guys have to see this fat cat. Look. Look at him. He's so fat. His name's Mozzie. Oh my God, look at that squishy little face. Look at that squishy face. Okay. Burning Girl says, I have had the hurting of the left ear a lot, of smoke smells and triple digit numbers. And Gina says this. Oh, I can push it. No, I can't. Just want me to push it. Boom. Thanks, Gina. Aw. Oh, and Rossi has an update. Thanks, Rossi. I didn't see this. Finally, the writers are going back to work, so some of our favorite shows can come back, and we get to hear the stories that they make up. I had not heard that. Oh, I can't. Hi, Madeline. Maddie Bug. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maddie and I thought what we thought and what really happened. Oh, the difference was like, we're like, oh, here we go. Like, what's going to happen? And then my people and her animals came through, and they were so gentle yet powerful. Just so gentle and so powerful. And one of my favorite things is when I do step out of the way, and I'd step completely out of the way, and Tutah really works. They just really work with where people are. And the thing that I really treasured about today, Madeline, is that you were so good in directing where we were going to go. And sometimes it's hard for people to, when they're in the energy work, sometimes it's hard to form words. And you were such a trooper today. You told me, you just gave me some feedback, and then our people all together, it was like a great collaboration between everybody. I super loved it. Super, super loved it. I see that question flowing. I got it. Yeah, and Nivra smells cigarettes. I do too. Right before I go to bed, I'm like, ugh, who's in my room? Oh, Gina, thank you. He's chonky. Yes. You had a Tinkerbell that was like that? Yes. Oh. And I'm just really happy too. Like, the people who are going for the the custom journeys, the private sessions, you can really tell, like, when they're just ready, even if they don't know what they're ready for, it's like they show up and they're just like, we chit chat, they fill out some paperwork about, their journey, like how I can be of service. And sometimes it's, I don't know, and that's fine. But yeah, they just always meet people. They just meet people where they are. And it always amazes me. God, it just amazes me how far, you all get in these sessions. It's amazing. Okay. Leah's got a kitty cat that needs some healing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start. Annie Bear says, I heard native drums and men singing yesterday in spirit. Any messages? Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a UTI, Leah? Okay. Yeah, flowing. I hope everyone gets help and relief too. You were writing at the time. Okay. Oh, Annie Bear. Well, let's see. Tanuka for Annie Bear. Pamapako ama ashama titamapa kutanama ashama papako yenama ushama kuka mpatuka yena tanuka ushawa. It's time to gather the children, Annie Bear. There was a person, and their arms were like this, and it's time to bring the children closer. But then I saw the children as leaves, like the crunchy leaves that are falling from the trees, which is also really interesting because when I think of, things that are ripe and they fall over, I think of them as seeds. And it's the time of the seeds. And so they're like, bring the children closer. And there's a different word than star seed. For you, it's the mud. What do you know about the forming of the mud people? Like the forming of the children. Who are the seeds? Titano ishiwa. Ah, there you go. And you said it was men. Yeah. It's how the first man was made, with spit. Ah. I got goosebumps. And they say there's more. Yeah, it's as you think. Panu tapakotama shamati tonomama shewa, but the weaving of the panu tama papakaba. Ye tomo urshta tano kapha yewa, the weaving of the ceremony. Panito papapka nama eshama yewa nuita. Yena tan, they're showing me the different tutana spun thread, like they're different colors, they're different textures. Yeah, almost as if there's like a ceremony of the making of the men, but the grandmothers know how to clothe them. And it's like clothing means how to present themselves, is how I will say that. Let me start this one. Okay. Also, I saw, Annie Bear, that you said this. And I wish when it is that you do your cards, your postcards, your oracles, however it is, I would love a card that says, I love you like 1,000 eagles. Like, that's so much better than any card out there. Oh, hi, Judy. Rap stories. I don't know. Annie Bear. You're welcome, Annie. Okay, I'm going to go back up here. So gathering of the children, gathering of the leaves, the mud people. Oh, good one. Okay. What is needed for healing in my current relationships? So it's interesting. They're doing the play on words, and the current is bringing in the river. So I'm just like, okay, well, where does the river go? They are talking about words. Like how the frequency of and the vibration, like the resonance of words. And I'm seeing a butterfly. They're putting a butterfly in front of the words. And the butterfly actually is changing into like a type of fairy. And it's as if the words are like it's as if speaking your words through the filter of this beautiful there's something about a berry. It's as if like your words, see them as like nutrition, because I'm seeing your words as if it's like a red berry, and the fairy catches it in this net that they've woven. And there's like some sort of ripening that this filter ripens it, so it can be digested easier. Words can be digested easier. If you just imagine or call this they're okay if you just say fairy. Panu papako tanuka. Ye tanu papa no ka urshama. Yenama titonomama. They are they're more than willing. They're grateful to be a part of this for you. I don't know. Just sometimes when you're speaking with somebody, like how it's received, is it well received? would you say that your words are well received? Just making sure I didn't miss any questions. I think I'm good. Now I forgot what question I asked. Do you feel like they're well received? And I think your answer is no to that, right? Say yes if I've got this correctly. The words are not well received. Is that correct? Yes or no? So when you think about words, like think about how, like everybody can think about this. How do you guys process what's being spoken? Whether it's a person in front of you, whether it's like a choir of children, whether it's something on the TV, like can you tell the difference between something that's being digested well and maybe something that's not digested well, maybe something that's going to make your stomach not feel the best, or maybe, your heart not feel the best? There's like these different ways that we receive. And so once we start thinking about like how the differences are, like for instance, if, somebody shared, Rossi shared that the writers have a new contract, and that when I receive that information, I'm happy, but I'm also kind of pissed off that they had to do that in the first place. I'm just like, I'm like, why did they have to put this boundary up? They should, be able to say, this is what I think I'm worth, and not have to, go through that big long process. So it's like, that's how I'm digesting it. I'm like, good, the stories can continue, but the people who are doing the writing, why do they have to do that? So it's like these different ways of these different ways of yeah. Oh, Kim and Andre here, this is what Annie Bear says. Kim and Andre just did a show that explains a lot about this. So do you know them? I don't know them. Maybe Annie could, if you don't know them, maybe ask Annie to share. Well, thank you, Gina. But I will say, I do feel like if you go there, you might get some information, additional information. But there is something like even like they're showing me like cotton, things to just try a visualization of this fairy coming in. They receive what you're taking, but there's some little quick process they do that makes it more digestible. So maybe not all the words will fall on the ears, but hopefully maybe if you use less words in the beginning until the fairy gets used to this. I'm not sure. No, I wouldn't. Nope. The fairy isn't supposed to help you choose your words better, because you get to speak your words. You get to speak your words, and the fairy is like right in front of you when you call them in, and they're gonna do their thing. And it only takes a little bit, but hopefully it becomes more digestible to the person who's hearing it, feeling it, or digesting it. So this fairy comes in. But you can also, is there somebody you can practice on as well? Not that you have to practice. They're there to help you. But one thing I would suggest, and that's just for all of us as well, me too, is to just really figure out which way people, or the news, whatever it is that out there that we're listening to, music, what's the differences when you digest it, when you receive it? Like, when you hear stuff and it makes like, like your stomach, or you're like bracing for a punch. There's all these different ways of receiving what people are putting out there. And really, really think about how is it when is there like somebody in your life, when they speak, you just really like listening to what they have to share? And then maybe there's somebody who you don't necessarily like what they say, and just kind of sit with that and be like, okay, and just think about how you're delivering it. And then you have the fairy that comes in, that takes the energy of it and helps make it more digestible. I could use one of those. I'd love one of those. Okay. Okay, Rossi, did you say anything else with this? Looking. I don't think you said anything, just a reading. Okay. Yeah, right, Phelan? I could use that. If I could go to the store, go to like Verizon and say, look, Apple, look, I want the phone that comes with a fairy, please. And I want the headphones that come with a fairy so I can hear it better. Like, what do these people really mean? Okay, Rossi. Warming up. Yeah. Okay, Rossi. Oh my gosh, we got this before. I think we got this for the Sunday readings. Okay, let me see what this has to do with you, Rossi. What do they want to share with you about the staff? I love this card. Okay. You know what? They're going to the same thing for the card before. And I remember the person, I don't remember who asked the question, but I remember the reading was, it was a relationship. Somebody was being, they came into this person's life and they said, we're going out, and they wanted to know. I can't remember who it was. But I remember the answer, the reading was to invite it in, because the people are back here. So you have to invite something forward, like having a little ceremony of inviting something into fruition. So they're bringing me back to the same poem, the same little, it's what the staff speaks. And it says, lean on me, focus and wait, determine what to dissipate, strip beliefs back to the core, strong foundations help you soar. And the most important part of this, Rossi, is strong foundations help you soar. And how interesting to say that, like, a strong foundation is the base of something, but then it like helps you soar. How interesting. And I would think that, if the bird is ready to take off if it takes off from something shaky, then that's not so, it can't get the trajectory, the lift off that it was maybe hoping for. And you know what, Rossi? They're actually, for the liftoff of what's happening, they're putting these delicate anklets with these delicate little charms on both ankles. It doesn't weigh anything. It's not going to cause, they're saying strife. It's not going to cause any strife. And these will, if you're somebody like me where like swelling happens here and there, like it's hard for me to wear rings. But it could also happen in the ankles as well. They said that these are perfect. They're not going to be binding, and they hardly weigh anything. And it's for the taking off of what's taking off in your life, what's ready to soar. What you working on there, Rossi? Panu tako. And it's almost as if as if you're wearing like the bird costume, but you have like these special wings. Is there a special bird for the Mayans? Was it the Quetzal? Hi, Heather. It's like the special bird, and when you put the robe on, it's like a transformation, and you're ready to soar. But they say the anklets with the charms that they put on, and I'm not seeing the charms clearly, but it's like a charm from things that you've, like travels. Yeah, the heart is ready to soar. And they're showing me like an old suitcase or chest, and it seems like you've been unpacking quite a lot. And it's like the more work that you did, the lighter you became for the takeoff. I hope that makes okay. Koda Quetzal. Thank you, Jamie. The Quetzal. Okay. Thank you, Starhawk. It's a Mayan. You're trying to develop your gifts. Whatever it is that you have been unpacking out of the chest is making you lighter. Yeah. But if you want to think about the Quetzal for the maybe if you look that up for any spirit meanings, or just tap into your own inner teacher, because this is something that you robe. It's like you robe up and soar. And you know what's so interesting is that I don't know if you meditate, but if you actually, even if you have a blanket, just imagine you putting the Mayan bird, the Quetzal, you can just travel with the bird. Just say, when you call in, and just ask if the bird can take you on a journey. And there's a couple of ways. I can see the bird being big, and him allowing you on its back that way, or also to be able to just have the bird's eye vision and see what. I also feel like, I don't know if you collect feathers, but if you could just pay attention to some look around occasionally and see if you can find feathers. And you don't have to bring them in the house if you don't want to. You can leave them outside as well. Okay. Maybe you know something about it. Oh, thank you, Lori. Okay, Cheryl, I'll look for that email. I did make it easy though. If you guys want a private session, it's different for everybody, but I do, you can go right to tutahspeaks.com and you click on, there's 3 things to click on. You want to click on the one that says journey, and you get to schedule it for a time that's good for you. There's some AMs and some PMs. I'm in mountain time, and I'm terrible at math. So you have to book it in my time zone so I won't be late. But hopefully you're better at math than I am. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can email me at tutahspeaks@gmail.com. The sessions are $55. They last 60 minutes. Sometimes they do run over. And then you get a recording so you don't have to worry about taking notes. So that's that. Thank you, Given Wings. Rossi, I'm so glad you meditate with Terry in the morning, but need to work on it more. Oh, okay. Do you have a drum or no, not a drum. Do you have a rattle? Do you have something that you can? Okay, so one thing that Sandra Ingerman taught me in one of I just took like a couple of the classes that she offers, and I really, really loved how she calls in a spirit or the journey. She does the shamanic stuff. So I really love her way. And she has this great whistle. And so she whistles, and it's like this really perfect whistle. And that helps call in. Yeah. Yes, Flowing. Flowing says, I'm saving for a private. That's exactly what Maddie Bug did. And I got to tell you, the timing for Maddie was perfect. I do love ceremony, though, the little things like, once you're sitting down and you're comfortable to either whistle, drum, just ask for, I know Richie's mom taught him how to bring in protection with a triangle. There's all sorts of things. Excuse me. And be playful with it. This is supposed to be uplifting, whether, it's shadow work, it's supposed to be uplifting. Although some shadows can be very sticky. I get that. All right. Rossi says, it's the work I need to put in to grow and to fly. So Lisa says, the birds that visit the feeder leave me feathers sometimes. My favorite is a spotted black and white feather. Oh my God, from the woodpecker. That is so cool. That's so cool. I would have framed that one too. Oh. A corn rattle. I hope you share that. I hope you share that on your YouTube channel, Annie Bear 7, right here, 7 feathers. This is a treat. If you go over to Annie Bear 7F on YouTube, it's a treat. Okay. Wait, who was I just going to work? I forgot what I was doing. Here we are. Brenda. Is your name Jamie Johnson, or is it pronounced, I'm not sure if it's pronounced Jaime. Is it Jamie? Jamie says, my friend made me a beautiful flute with a bear on it. He was a beautiful player and composer. Wow, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, Brenda. Yeah, Heather, 7 feathers. And then Annie Bear asked something clarity about the 7 feathers, and my people like busted through. They're like, the other readers, it's like, no, this is mine. And I forget what they said the seven were, but oh, it's powerful. Jamie, okay. Okay. Is it okay and safe for me to do a house clearing for my daughter's house where there's been a lot of arguing? For your daughter's house? Let's see. When you're, I don't know if she lives near you physically, if this is something you can go and do that. Or if this is something where she lives further away, you can still do it. But when you're at the threshold, you have to ask permission of the owner of the dwelling. Is it just your daughter in the dwelling though? Because I feel like it's more than just your daughter. It's really nice to Leah to be in love with mother and want to sink into the ground to heal. Yeah. Oh, you can go there. Okay. Yeah, as long as you get permission. Let me see. There's something about the threshold. Tama Tutah no ka. Ye tama ba kuna ma shima kupa panu papa kuna da nashtita. Ye na ma kishima pia pamo kama shema ye tanama kotano ma shema ye ta. Anu pano ka shemai. The sweeping of the threshold. And when I'm seeing the sweeping of the threshold, it's more of like I'm seeing it as just like made out of like sticks and branches. So it's not something that's like literally going to clean the threshold. But there's like something to do with how the branches like rake it. So I'm not sure if they have trees or if you have some trees, and after a windy day, just look and see if there's something that would make that noise on the threshold. There's something really important about that. And it's almost as if it's the essence of the I don't know if all trees have what's called sap or whatever it is that the moisture is on the inside. It's like pungent. And it's like it's the essence of the tree. And they say it's kind of the same if you have like, you know, the essential oils of the tree, like cedar or whatnot. Like you'll know what to do. And and they're saying that the threshold, if you think of the dwelling as a face, they're saying like the threshold is the voice, the throat, the like clearing that is so important when there's been arguing. That's the best way to look at this in your case, Brenda, is to look at it as the dwelling is the face that, like, when you greet somebody, you look them in the face. And they're saying it's the same thing with the house. Like you go up to the house and you greet the house. You can even ask the house and the land permission. Yeah. Panotah shtata. Asking permission of the dwelling, the house. And the cleansing of the threshold. It's almost, that's as far as they'll let me see in the house cleansing, because I think you're aware of what you, good night, guardian, of what you need to do. Annie says, boil sage, cedar, salt, and add essential oils in a spray. That's cool. So I'm guessing that you've done a house clearing before. I would say get the permission of the homeowner, or at least your daughter, but the permission of the house itself and the earth below is really important. Yeah, the land too. That's right, Annie. Blah. Okay, let's go on to the next one. And I wish them all well. They're so nice to have somebody like you in their lives. Hi, Diana. Kotano. Kanatano kana shitita. How are you? Who is behind? Coco, are you in the closet? Coco, are you in my closet? What's happening, City? Come here. It's just Coco. Yeah, it's not a monster. It's Coco. Look, it's Coco in the closet. See, it's just Coco. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go, go. Yep. Jamie says that they love their pines and the smell of pine sap. Okay. A reading for Diana. They're talking about getting something off your chest. And it's something energetically that feels heavy and clunky. And it's just something you don't want to be wearing. You don't want this on your chest. And they say that in order to take off this clunky, like metal heavy thing, go up first because it's sitting on your shoulders. So I'm seeing it. We're going to go ahead and do this together. So just Tutah, like imagining this weight on your chest. And there's these little hands coming out to help. Little hands. Do you know some littles that might have stepped out from the physical at an early age or in the womb? There's these little hands coming to help. Diana. Yeah, you're tired of it. Do you know who these little hands belong to? You don't have to say if it's too emotional. Many littles. Well, whew, my goodness. There are many littles. Pama koka mama mama ushama pakoka ma yewa. Alnua tatakonakawa yewa. These little hands are coming out and they're like, it's okay, we can do this together. Because they're saying that the like if your heart was this antenna-ish, something that was sending a signal out, it can't get past this clunky metal thing. And I understand clunky metal things can be so protective. And we call sometimes these things in to be protective, to survive. But there does come a time when some of these things are ready to be removed. And I know this is just a very simple way of explaining something that's heavy in your life. So I hope that I'm doing enough honor for this, because it's quick. But I see the littles. And they say it's okay. We do it when we do it together, it feels lighter. So you just relax and breathe. And they're like, it's okay, we got this. But when it gets up to the throat area, it gets stuck. It can't get over the head. So we're going to call in the sun like a laser. Panuita ka 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 ka. Panuika yetana shemawaka. This will free some of the manuita na shtita, like emotion, pakota, your heart, tatanoshita, antenna, kukana tanoshtita, and the words that go with it. And they say, maybe the laser doesn't work. Let's bring in the chisels. Akokanu papakuka, papakuka. And they like, oh, this feels better. Pano tankuka, because it's like thunk, 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 thunk. Like, hey, we're coming in. Be prepared for, the things that are underneath. Be prepared. Ma. Ye tanuka. But then we open it so the throat is free, but now it's stuck on the shoulders and the back. Oh, so heavy. And it's like if you put your hands up, it's not like a shirt that's going to come off. But it's this heavy metal, so it's not like we can just take it off one arm at a time. It's a lot of pressure on the shoulders and the back, upper back. I can see the problem solving. They're like, let's bring in what if they're in salt water? And it's just like, nope, same problem. It's so interesting to watch them figure this out. Papa, mama, shamama, kotanoi, pa shamawa. Ayena. And they say, well, we would use the same method of the pat, 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 pat on the back, and it would let it know it's coming. But there's been so much on your shoulders, shouldering the burden alone. No, not alone. Patuna shouldering the burden, that they want it to be gentle. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. They say, imagine that there's a small crack, Diana. There's a small crack, and they are going to be, they're growing this beautiful flower. It's like is there like I'm not talking about echinacea, but is there something that's called, that's bluish, that's called a cornflower? They're showing me this really interesting blue. It's kind of like, the closest I can think of is like a slate blue. Maybe I might be getting the color wrong. Cornflower. And it's growing and it's making, how the sidewalks get the cracks and then the things make their way. And they say, it's okay, we've got this. And they're making the many things grow, almost as if, their hearts are pouring kutanoshita, these love seeds into kanatano tanoshita, yeta, yeta, yeta. And they're like, it's okay. They're protected, like the sunflower seeds has the protection, and so that will get through the metal kotana mama eshawa, or the concrete tatanaka oshawa, and when it hits the sun it will grow atutanosh. So it's like they're almost like um panopa, like how children will spit like the water seeds out. It's like they're doing their best to tanoka eshawa, because now that your heart is open, they're like helping through the heart space go to the back. Panui tanaka yewa. And it gets, the more work that happens, the heavier I can feel it, because there's more pressure on the shoulders. So seeing it crack, 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 grow, grow, grow. Taking a breath in and just dropping it when you're ready. Straight off your shoulders onto the ground. Whew. Nope, they say into the salt water. It floats away. It's easier to breathe. But there is something with the indentations of this burden. And so the little ones are bringing lovely little things, like the smallest little flowers, the smallest little flowers, the wonderment of these little beautiful like white flowers, the ones that just grow in the wild, and they're putting them on top, almost as if it's putting like wildflowers on a grave. This is like a Pluton preceding kotana tano pa kotanoshita. This is like a funeral for the old things that happened in the past. You don't have to wear those things anymore. You're free if you want to be free. Whatever burdens, whatever protection you had for the communication in the heart, and maybe even the stuff in the back that could also be meaning things you didn't see that were coming at you. You had this beautiful protection. I mean, I honor it. There's no right or wrong with how anyone lives. We just try to do what we can do. But it does feel as if that metal that I was talking about, it does kind of feel like it does feel like the headstone of a grave. You're not buried. Did you lose pieces of your heart? Like, it's almost like these little pieces of your heart. Did you maybe lose some little playing in the cemetery? Yeah. If the heart, little pieces of the heart, in a way, when how we say like I lost a piece of me when this happened, we can honor that, because there are situations where it's worth it. There's lifetimes that are worth it, but it's also, I just want to let you know that if you did take pieces of you and bury it with somebody, that there's a string. And so if you feel like your heart has been with them to its fruition, is what they're saying, you can go ahead and pull those pieces back. Just do a little cleansing when you pull it back. because they might have changed a little bit being outside of your body. So sometimes when I call those pieces back, I just ask my people for help. So just ask your intuition, like when I call these pieces back, can I make like a welcoming nest? How do I make my body welcome for this and let them know that it's welcome, and then it's put in you, and then there's like sometimes I'll do like I think for you, it's that if you're that little girl that does take the flowers and gets a stone and crushes it, you can put that too. So yeah. Jamie, you had a daughter who stepped out of the physical. Oh. And she has a beautiful headstone. Do you like putting fun things there, like like the beautiful little wildflowers? I don't know if you know how to do it. I don't, but there's always YouTube. But I can see like making the headband, the flower, what's it called, like the dandelion thing. Oh, Diana, I'm hugging. My heart is hugging your heart. And when we do work like this, and you stepped into it, you were receiving of it. I know that you just said a reading, but this is what they're meeting you where you are. So I hope it was received gently, because it was meant to be. And I know that this is a beautiful community, but sometimes feeling vulnerable and putting yourself out there is hard. But now that your heart antenna is not so enclosed, like muffled, really be playful, be sensitive with your heart. Jamie, she's in your heart now. Yeah, that's beautiful. Jamie, there was this one, I can't remember where I learned this from, but I learned it in this lifetime. And it was, you have this treasure box. You can imagine there's a treasure box. I would imagine it would be in like my heart space. And like, for instance, if I was you, I might think, oh, what was your child's name, Jamie? I would think, oh, they would love this experience, and you can almost like gather up the experience and, see it as a gem, and you put it in your treasure box in your chest. And then throughout your life, Faith Marie. Yeah. So, hi, Faith Marie. I feel like a cool breeze, a gentle, cool breeze with that. But collecting, like if you're walking, I'm seeing like a dirt road and you're walking down a dirt road. If there's something when you're walking along your life path, for you, or if it's somebody who stepped out of the physical, this might remind you of them. Like everybody can gather these gems, these jewels, and energetically put them in their heart space. It like fills us up with love. Hugging you. Oh my gosh, Lightworker, you're here. I totally skipped over you last time. Thank you for coming back. I watched the beginning of my last one and I'm like, how did I miss Lightworker? You were right there on the top. Yes, I'm going to do your reading right now. I'm so sorry I skipped you. Okay. I'm just holding Diana in my heart a little bit, and Faith, beautiful name. Amukama. You're welcome, Lightworker. I'm always surprised when I go back and I'm like, how did I miss that one? It's right there. Pano papakuka. Okay, I'm just seeing the littles stepping away from the last reading. skipping away. Ka papa nui with wildflowers. Anui pa ma wa wa wa. And bouncy balls. Pau shinamama kukamama. Okay, light worker. Ama mauka. Pa mama mama ye wa nui. Ye tanama. Okay, they are showing me a symbol. So when I first saw this symbol, I'm like, oh, is it an airplane? And I'm like, because it was just like kind of like this flexible. I'm like, oh, is it an airplane that somebody made? And I'm like, it's so interesting that those are, each end is going up. So kind of looks like a bikini top. Okay. Let's see where we can go from there. Anu mama ko ipano katana. I'm gonna write down. I want to check out that flower I saw before. Okay. Papakoka. Pamama manuita pa shewa. You can see it. Someone's typing on the typewriter. Anatakana yeta, and it's like I can hear it. I can sense the how you really need to push down on the key. I can see the ribbon coming up. I can see I can see the strike mama of the letter or symbol. And they say that the ribbon, the ink, is a little dry, a little old, dry. Manui tana pakotama ursta tano mama shimamama kima uitana kakakaka. And they're talking about how this can happen in our throat. Pama mama kuka, like the ribbon, kotano shtita, that's supposed to have the ink in it. Itano kama shimama kukana kiawa. It's like it's like the words won't come out sometimes because the ribbon is dry. And it is sometimes hard to push tanokama or sorry. You're like a bit scratchy. Tokama ushta tanokama shtita. Do you know what I'm talking about, light worker, that maybe the ink is dry? Hi, Allie. Panukama mama urshaman pakota titano ishtita. Anu paur tatanoshtetana. It's a different language coming out. Tatnota. Pamna papakanoma ishtama kotama. Partinma barsamash titana tapishnamara kitrimanish tikana kima. Kinastrat. Ratita tana katana tanata. Yapat no na tata no ka. Protanata tono tatotoshti tana tatana rutina manashti tanoshti statanoshti tana katanama. Yetanosh tetanoka. Tanotana manashti tanokoma. Panu dana tanoka or tatana nanashti ta. It's as if they're showing me that there's a seeing eye in the throat area. But if it's dry, things are dry. It's like the typewriter ribbon is dry, the eye is dry. Do you have a light language, light worker? You have a cold at the moment? Do you have a light language? You may not know. It feels like a old I don't know much about this, but it feels like old I want to say from Ireland, but then they're like England. It's almost as if there's a mask in the way. Ooh, something's trying to come through. So they're showing me the thing that's helping you is a baby chick. The baby chick is inside the egg. And they're in there and they're doing their best. They can feel it inside the emergence. And like the baby chick, the vulnerability, like the fostering of this. It's just that you're dealing with several factors here. You've got the seeing eye, that's dry. You've got the storytelling from the typewriter, but the ribbon is dry. And there's this other language coming out of me. But it feels it feels muffled in a way. First, what do we do first? First, the seeing eye. Let's do the seeing eye. They're like sometimes when the seeing eye is dry, there are things that, like for instance, with our human eyes, sometimes people will go ahead and put the eye drops in that act like tears. They say, but that is not what we're going to do. They say, think of some things that make your eye react. Like they're saying something about like citrus, when you get, and this is not me saying put like, when you're squeezing a lemon and the lemon gets in your eye and it's like, oh my God, and the eye waters. It's like they're saying, in order for the like the all-seeing eye, kupama kota in the throat area, a suggestion would be is to again have bring in some things like if we're thinking about citrus, either something that smells like citrus, is citrus, maybe it's dried orange peel. There's something citrusy in your palma kota, and they say put it on if you have a nightstand. Invite some of these things in to help with the dry seeing eye. Kopa kota. But if there is something, like you can put some of the coarse salt or table salt in some water. Have a little dish of that for the salt water. Or the saline. And then you've got like the orange or citrus element to it. And rosemary, something like a rosemary. If you have rosemary in your, however it is, fresh or dried, but it's important when you put it in the little dish, cup, whatever you do, that you release the aroma by doing this. So with those three things, work on the seeing eye first. I know, I was thinking of that too, cutting an onion, Annie Bear. You can do that. It's just that I have a sensitive smell. they do absorb germs. And you know what? I think light workers said that they have a cold. They can do what they want. I'm a bit sensitive to smell, so I don't know if I could sleep with onion right near my bed, but it's all up to you, light worker. They want you to work on the all-seeing eye first. Yeah. Old hedge knowledge. Oh my gosh. Aztec. Oh, guys. Hedge knowledge passed down like gypsy. I like this input. I'm just going to keep reading and whistling. But I've got things to do. Okay. Because you know whose turn it is? This gal. The one, the only, flowing from the community. Yes, flowing, you may have a reading. Thank you for the pumpkins. My tai. I don't know. Do you like the birds singing? Kutanuka mama kutana mama mama kiwa. How fun. How fun to sing the bird songs. Kutanokapa, kukanatapa, kukanatapa, kinama ishe. And then to have another bird answer. Kukanapa, yepa mama shema ukai. Yena tauki. Do you kind of feel like that? Energetically, like you're singing, your like energy has this song, and you can tell when it's being like returned. And it doesn't even have to be a human. Actually, I'm seeing it as like butterflies, birds. Do you feel like that? How fun. Yes, you love the birds in the morning singing. Do you feel like that like you communicate with your like this? I mean, I know your name is flowing here, like it's flowing from your heart into them, like, oh, you understand. Yeah, it's just like seeing and hearing something so beautiful, and like to like pano tanoka yewa, like return the favor with the animals. I can see like butterfly is big here. Yeah, butterfly. Like, what would like if you were to sing a song to the butterfly, would it have to be like in a whisper because they're so little? You know, like you want to be gentle with it. It's fun to think about. Oh, it's fun to think about. Okay, let's see what else they have to say. They're showing me a string, apapama ota, like tying a string to like a thin branch, kapa kokama shama, and putting it around this one, and then putting it around that, yetama, and leaving little gifts for the outdoor people. And it's so interesting because I see like there can okay, so there's a mother Mary pano tano papako tanaka shema tina mamash tano pako kama manoka. They say it's to catch the matutana mama shema, or to not to catch, it's to share. Pakotano papakokayewa. Like sharing the message, sharing the love. And I see, because it was interesting, I saw like a mini tarot card, or like, tarot card. Panu papakotana ashimakawa. But then I saw another, it kind of transformed into Mother Mary, or one of the goddesses that I'm thinking Mother Mary. It could be another one that you're interested in, like a statue that you might like or have. I don't know, Kuan Lin, or, women in general. Like the strong-hearted women. And I can almost see like there's this like I don't know how to describe it, fibers, like this fiber, but it's natural fiber, like maybe from the closest I can get to is when you peel the coconut, and it's fibrous. But it almost feels like a light net, but somehow it's made in nature. Because you're really good at not wanting to transform, you just love looking at nature, and you want to honor it. So it's almost like the string that you used is natural. Like, and I see this, like you're just putting these beautiful things in this, and I wouldn't say that it's weaving. I would say like it's the story, like a story web. A story web. And I think they just want to let you know that they understand what you're doing. Oh, you do love Mother Mary. Yeah. Oh, and probably, is it Mary Magdalene? Is that the other Mary? Yeah, they're like these strong women. Yeah, it had, Annie, it did. It had like that mesh. That's how I would see it. Like it's a natural mesh, like a tea bag. Yes, I honor it. All right, I honor it as it honors me. Beautiful. Thank you, Flowing, for asking a question. That was beautiful. Then I'm going to do Debbie, Bernie, and Ellen. And then I'm going to hold Leah's cat. Leah, what's your name? What's your cat's name? So Debbie, Bernie, girl, and then Ellen. Okay. All right. I already put you in there. Ellen's got the chills. Okay. I just love how we get to know each other through these readings. How cool is that? It's kind of like a community like Match.com, but we're not like, it's just a neat connection. I'll just say that. Yeah. Okay. Can I have a reading? Very cool, Richie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's like they're beautiful people, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Can I have a reading? Yes. Debbie. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the, I just got to have the other one step back. Ooh, okay. That actually really feels good, Debbie. Amo shimakanaka. Let's just push things back. Kuitanakama shewa. it's like noisy on the outside. It's like, let's push some of that poka no katana, like friction noise. Let's push that back. And while we've pushed them back and it's holding, anata shita, yeta, yeta, nata, ma, eta, anata, anata, anata. Okay, so we're going to work on the energy centers. I see them as energy centers. So the chakras, I kind of, for some reason, I can't hold on to that information, but if you know it, that's awesome. So they're coming to the, not the heart space, but the one below the chest. And they're talking about, it's just, first of all, it's just really nice to have the noise. How whoever is making it, whatever is making it, it feels good to push it back a little, Debbie, so we can focus on you because you're here for you. Okay, so thinking about the energy center on the chest area or the chakra, however you like to think about it. Panoka. And they're showing me it as like the old bank safes, the vault. And they want to know, this is something that you can do for yourself, or we can do it together. There's no right or wrong way. So whatever you say is fine. But they're saying, there's something about the vault, like this big, you know how you hold on to it and you go click, 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 click. But then it also reminds me of the ship's, what is that? The helm, pakotama. So it's kind of like a ship. It's also a vault. Papakotama amashema yewa. So it's got some direction. It's got some direction to it. Together, okay. I'm just going to imagine that you're standing in front of me. Papaku mama maishima mayewa nuita. And it's interesting because even though it's got that vault or it's got the direction of like the ship's helm, it's like, it's so interesting because those are almost like an illusion. Katukita. I mean, I can see them there, but I also know that if I wanted to, I could go ahead and pass by those things because it's an illusion. Sorry, my head itches. It's an illusion. It's like a magic trick. They're showing me the magician. And I don't know tarot, but if anybody wants to throw in there, or maybe you know what the magician card means, it's this illusion. And it's like they're asking, time and energy were put into these illusions in front of the heart space. They don't necessarily need to go. So looking into it like in a simple way, you know, something like the vault is to like keep something precious safe. And then when I think of like the direction of the sailing boat helm or the ship's helm, what comes? Doesn't matter what comes first. Okay, so it's like the vault is the closest thing, and then on the other side of that is direction. And it's not necessarily there to help or hinder. It's just kind of like how you are. And they love, like, any good, whether you're the pirate or whether you're like the captain of like something else. It's like everybody wants to protect what they have. Papa kota mama waka. And in order kota no kanoshtita, and it's also really beautiful to have like direction and then the heart space. It's got like this very pirate wildness to it because you have this treasure, like this gold, like almost like your true self, and you're just like it is safe and secure. And then there's this direction. There's like this big, like piratey kind of feeling to it. Papako namaj tita. I'm just wondering. Um, I can see you dressed up as a female pirate, and you're owning it. Oh my God, you're like owning it. You're just like, you're in control. Um, and I can feel like this, like the salt ocean, like spray. And it's just like, it's like, are you like, do you love adventures? Um, like in your heart, I feel like you love adventure. You love, um, just really getting into it. Yes. And I can see it almost as if reading a book can make you like excited about this adventure as well. So you say I would love that as well as the captain. Yes, just this, and it's not even like it's wild abandonment. It is like the this adventure, um like the wildness of it, but yet you're very, very comfortable. Like you just have this knowingness of like where to go first. And it's almost, is that called a ballast? What does the ballast do again? It's almost as if even when the ship rocks, papa tokano mashtitanoka, like you have your sea legs. And it's okay when the boat rocks because it's like you have the ballast. Reading a book, good movie, live theater. God, yes, you have a like a wild heart, but it's also just knows what it's doing. It's not all willy nilly like I'm gonna go to some island or whatnot. It's just like my kids watch anime, and there's this one anime called One Piece, and Netflix just actually did one with like humans as the actors. And so on One Piece, there's this kid, um, Luffy D Monkey, and he just knows in his heart like he's gonna be the king of the pirates, and he does it like in a like non-judgmental like knowingness. They send you all places. Yes. Yep. Yep. I love the spirit. I love the spirit of this. Yeah. Yeah. One Piece is fantastic. My kiddos dress up. My teenagers dress up. They do cosplay. Yeah. And we have some of the figurines of the ladies, but yeah. Yeah, especially the way Netflix did it, it's a little different than the anime, the mangas, but manga, I don't know how to pronounce it. Um, you know how they're all different, but they really do pick up on this spirit of I'm going on an adventure and it's in my heart and I know it. Like nothing's gonna stop Luffy D Monkey. I don't think anything's gonna stop you, Debbie. Thank you for coming in and showing us like how you can be fearless. Yeah, I love that. Okay, Bernie girl. Yeah, let's see what we can find for you, Bernie girl. I hope you're still here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next part of the series, Lightworker. Oh, hi, Bernie girl. Pama pakutama pakutanama reshaman pakama. Panukama mama. Oh, I think too, I just want to say, Debbie, you're welcome. I saw you said thank you, but I was going through your energy centers, and they did have me pause here, which was lovely. But if you're like here and up, if you're more focused on these, like the thinking and the adventure, the planning and whatnot, they just don't want you to forget about the good energy with the lower energy centers, like connecting it to earth, being present. And you can just do that stuff by, even like right now they have me like rubbing my legs and just being like, hi, I know you're there. Like I might like to be here and do my adventuring, but you want to pay attention to the rest of you. Okay, Bernie girl. Okay. So what I'm seeing is it kind of looks like it's a character. It's a man, and he has super skinny legs, as if you just draw a line down. And he has feet, but then he's got like a round belly, and it's almost as if he's wearing like a suit. He's got this really big round belly and these stick legs. Okay. It seems like it's something kind of looks familiar to me. Like I saw kind of like, how Mr. Peanut, who Mr. Peanut is? It's kind of like during that era, say it. But anyways, it's kind of got that. I don't know what he represents, but I do feel like he might have a top hat. He is wearing a suit, even though he has these stick legs. Let me see where they want to go with that. It almost has like a grue. Yeah, it does sound old-timey Rossi. Yeah, and it does feel a little Monopoly-ish too, Maddie. I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, they did draw it kind of like that, didn't they? They're just saying, let me know if this resonates with you. It's like the guy's so like full of air. It's like blah 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 blah, and it's like, I'm so important. Listen to me, and he's kind of like one of those like fat cats, full of hot air kind of person. And it's comical, but it's also like, it's kind of got that like patriarchal, and I might have said that wrong, theme about him. It's like he smokes a cigar, he's got like a cane, but he doesn't really need it it's more of like, oh, this is power, click, click, click. Yeah. Definitely the banker kind of feeling in Monopoly. Boss hog. Yeah, you guys are all giving these examples of like of how the portrayal and they want to take it and they want to it's so interesting because it's in this the only way I can describe it is it's in a rut, but the way I'm seeing is if it's like kind of like an equalizer or like the volume of it, and it goes down like this track. And so you take this and you just bring it like over here, and then what happens? It's like all of the air goes comes right out of it. Like they don't need to be full of air or full of themselves anymore, because pamakutano, we're wearing the eyes where we're wearing like the eyes or the glasses, the lenses that we can see. You know, and they're showing me that movie too, where people do put the glasses on and then they can see what's being hidden from society. I forget the name of that movie, but they do. There's these special glasses, and they say that it's the time of people to have the way of seeing where, you know, we just don't want anybody to be full of air anymore, like full of themselves. Like that time is so old, and they're showing me like Cracker Jacks. It's like old, you know, it's like we don't care like how sugar coated or if there's a gift like a surprise toy in the Cracker Jack. It's like you can't fool us anymore. Does that make sense, Bernie girl, with anything that's going on in your life? You know? Yeah. And I don't even know, I don't feel like this is like a personal thing, like in your family or anything, or something you're dealing with like personally. I feel like it's a bigger picture, like way bigger, you know, and I can see like the top of the forest, you know, it's like it goes out. And I see the top of all of these, like, you know, firs, kupama pakotama, the fir trees. And it's just like, it's just that you have the glasses and you can see. You have some people. Yeah. Oh my gosh, right? Bernie girl, it's just like, why do people have to like, it's almost as if they put these clothes on before they go out into the world. And it's just like, that's why I would love if telepathy came back, because then you would just know. You know, and if people know that, you know, then I think as a society we'd clean some shit up pretty quickly. Yeah. I'm going to just hold you in my heart space, Bernie, because you can't change how people are, you know, but you can witness what they're like and just know that's not you. Yeah, exactly. You like people to be good towards others. Yes. Just what Whoosie Bob said. Flowing said it. What did Flowing say? What was the exact words? If anybody's typing it in. I'm still looking. It was great though. Just looking at everybody's comments. So lovely. Oh yeah, right here. Boom. Yep, and it's really hard to honor assholes. Oh, yeah. Yep, and you try to help others to maneuver through it because it's a bigger picture. This isn't just something that's right in front of you. This is something like don't give up being like the guide because and it is. It's like I honor it as it honors me, just like what Flowing said. It's like you there's no honor there. That's right, Flowing. It's just like you put out, what your heart wants to put out there. And you don't want somebody to like stomp on it. Yeah, I wish I knew the answer to that. I wish I could make people be better, but we're all here to do our own stuff. So, yeah. But you know what we can do? We can hug you, Burning Girl. And you can always come here and complain because sometimes those things, it's hard to complain. Like, oh, the energy, you have to have a certain community to talk to when you're talking about that stuff. Okay. Ellen, I'm headed to Germany on Sunday. Woohoo! Awesome. I'm seeing you on a plane. You have a book to read. Pa kotama no Tutah. Maybe bring like a little light. I don't know if you have like a sarong or a light blanket. Pama tuton, like getting cozy with it. Pakotano Tutah. I see that it's dark on the plane and you have like your light. But they say just picture like you're in your own little space because it's like the light I see as like it's a light like in your living room, It's like enjoy this. Try to be comfortable with it. Bring in the comfortable things. And sometimes on a longer flight, it's really nice. I mean, we don't want this to spill in your bag or anything, but it is really nice to bring in like something that smells good to you, like if it is like a mandarin orange that you peel, or if it's an essential oil, just something when the air starts to get stale, just something. Even if it's lavender, just something light that won't disturb the other people around you, but it makes you feel like the air is fresh. And for me, all they're showing right now is the how to make yourself comfortable on the flight. I think that's the first step. What is a foot hammock? That is awesome. Ellen says, I was given this trip, got a blanket, book, headphones, and the foot hammock. Are the headphones the noise canceling ones? I just flew with those and they were lovely for the noise. I'm going to Google foot hammock. I bet you that would help with sometimes when I fly, I get the, how compression socks help. I don't ever bring those and I should. Yes, thank you, everybody. I'm just hugging you. I'm thinking of Leah's cat. Leah, I'm not sure if you put the name in, but I know your cat has a UTI. That's so not fun. So thinking of your kitty. Yeah, they are kind of showing me like crystals, like pakonama. So I'm just seeing the like a crystal that like the calcification or whatnot, that a UTI and there's some sharp points to it. don't know about cats, but I do know for humans, there are things you can take like Manos D powder. And what the Manos does, it's like derived of pineapple, like something in pineapple, and it coats the stickiness, the sharpness, so it can't attach itself and it can be flushed out. And I'm sure the vet will give you something like that. But we all love energy work. So just sending your little one, Leah, lots of love. And it's like wildflowers. Like the little ones are like, give the wildflowers. And I'm like, but it's a cat. So they're like, do catnip. Yes. Just like Annie Bear said, tell us about it when you return. And you can always check in with us while you're there too. It has been a wonderful evening. I want to thank you all for being here. I'm happy to have this time to connect with you guys. And I think I will not be doing Sunday on the couch because I'll be in Bend, Oregon next weekend visiting my niece. And if I'm not here for another Monday for the journey, I'm going to readjust. So the next time I might see you is Tuesday, but I'm going to readjust I'm just not sure which day I'm going to be back, but I really miss the healing journey on Monday and checking in with the Reiki for clients. So good night, everybody. Hugs and kisses. I had a feeling that's what it was, Ellen. Yeah. Be safe out there, kids. If you're doing any adventuring, be true to your heart. The end.